It is now time for our performance. A sneak peek of, I think, the Sprinkle cast in our high school musical, Urinetown, the musical, which is opening in March. Now, Urinetown isn't your typical feel-good show. It's a dark musical satire, filled with symbolism and stuff like that, which is one of the lines in the show, that takes on big ideas like corporate greed, ideological extremes, and what happens when resources run out. Sounds pretty heavy, right? But here's the twist. It's also, if you catch the jokes, laugh out loud funny. The show uses sharp wit, clever dialogue, and over-the-top characters to turn serious themes into something wildly entertaining. If you can hear them and get them, you can find yourself chuckling even as you're thinking deeply about what it all means. So that's also a little hint to you that you should be laughing. There's a lot of jokes in this show. At its core, Urinetown asks us to consider people's struggles when systems fail and how empathy can change everything. So as you watch this preview, think about the power of empathy, seeing beyond the surface, listening to other stories, and imagining what life feels like for someone else. But also, because we have our older students here in AP English Lit, AP English Language, and AP or College Literature, there is also a full tank to empty here. Anybody? No? Nobody? Urinetown? A full tank to empty? No? Thank you. Thank you. A little bit. Pretend. There's metaphors, archetypes, and plenty to dig into. So also look for that because it connects very strongly to your English curriculum and possibly a little bit of government there too. So without further ado, I'm going to welcome Pennywise and Bobby to get us started.
Hello, my name is Bobby Strong. I work at Public Amenity number 9 alongside Pennywise.
My name is Penelope Pennywise, but that's Miss Pennywise to you. I run things over here at Public Amenity number 9.
Sorry. Anyway, like I said, I work alongside Miss Pennywise. It's our job to make sure that everyone pays up before using the bathroom.
You heard him. No one gets in for free.
It seems like an unbelievable situation that we found ourselves in, but with the water shortage and all, we need to follow the rules that the Urine Good Company set, no matter how much we disagree.
All right, that's enough out of you. Anyway, Officer Lockstock will take it from here.
Well, hello there, and welcome to Urinetown. Not the place, of course, the musical. Urinetown, the place is, well, it's a place you'll hear people referring to a lot throughout the show.
You hear the news? They carted old so-and-so off to Urinetown the other day.
Is that so? What'd he do?
Such and such, I hear.
What do you know? Old so-and-so.
It's kind of a mythical place, you understand? A bad place. A place you won't see until Act 2 and then, well, let's just say it's filled with symbolism and things like that. But Urinetown the musical, here we are welcome. It takes place in any town that you might find in a musical. This here's the first setting for the show. As the sign says, it's a public amenity, meaning public toilets. These people have been waiting for hours to get in. It's the only amenity they can afford to get into.
Say, Officer Lockstock, is this where you tell the audience about the water shortage?
What's that, little Sally?
You know, the water shortage, the hard times, the drought, a shortage so awful that private toilets eventually became unthinkable. A premise so absurd
Whoa there, little Sally. Not all at once. They'll hear more about the water shortage in the next scene.
Oh, I guess you don't want to overload them with too much exposition, huh?
Everything in its time, little Sally. You're too young to understand it now, but nothing can kill a show like too much exposition.
How about bad subject matter?
Well,
Or a bad title, even. That could kill a show pretty good.
little Sally, suffice it to say that in Urinetown, the musical, everyone has to use public bathrooms to take care of their private business. That is the central conceit of the show. Better hope your pennies add up to the fee. We can't have you peeing for free. If you do, we'll catch you. We never fail, and we never bother with jail. You'll get Urinetown. Off you go to Urinetown. Away with you to Urinetown. You won't need bail. Later on, you'll learn that these public bathrooms are controlled by a private company. They keep admission high, generally, so if you're down on your luck to come to a place like this, one of the poorest, filthiest urinals in town.
And you can't just go in the bushes either. There's laws against it.
That's right, little Sally. Clause too. That's why little Sally here is counting her pennies. Isn't that so?
I'm very close, officer. Only a few pennies away.
Aren't we all, little Sally? Aren't we all?
Excuse me, sir, but can you tell me the way to the private company that controls these public bathrooms?
You mean you're in good company?
That's the one.
You'll meet the guy who runs You're Good Company later. That there's his daughter.
It's quite a ways from here, ma'am. This here's the bad part of town.
So it is.
But if you squint, you can see their headquarters rising above the skyline.
The gleam on the hill?
That's the one.
Gosh.
You most certainly are.
Pardon?
It most certainly is.
Oh dear, I'm late already. Thanks ever so much for the directions and such. Bye.
Anytime.
You are humble audience. You have come to see what it's like when people can't be free. First act lasts an hour. Don't assume you're fine. Best go now, there often is a line. You're at Urinetown. One restroom here at Urinetown. It's unisex at Urinetown, all by design. It's the oldest story. Masses are oppressed. Faces closed and bladders all distressed. Rich folks get the good life. Poor folks get the woe. In the end, it's nothing you don't know. You're at Urinetown. Your ticket should say Urinetown. No refunds, this is Urinetown. We'll keep that dough. This is Urinetown. Here we are in Urinetown. This is Urinetown. Here we are in Urinetown. Yes, here we are in Urinetown. Urinetown. Yes, this is Urinetown. Yes, this is Urinetown. On with the show.
Now that you've got an idea of what life is really like for the poor citizens of this town, we're going to show you the guy that's in charge of this entire operation.
His name is Mr. Caldwell B. Cladwell, the CEO of the UGC, better known as the Urine Good Company. He's the one responsible for all the fees that people of our town have to pay to use the bathroom.
He's got a whole staff of people that believe he's making the best decisions for our town and our water supply. I can't believe that they listen to him.
Bobby, relax. You're not exactly a world-changing type. Anyway, enjoy your intro to the rich part of town. It's certainly much cushier than our situation.
I saw gray skies foreboding and cold. I saw gray skies and made them rain gold. Now those skies aren't so bleak to behold. They're still gray, but they pay for your salaries tenfold. I took this town that formerly stank. I took this town and made it smell swank. I made flushing mean flush at the bank. I'm the man with the plan, and so whom should you thank?
Who? Mr. Gladwell.
Who, me?
We're so thankful
Oh no.
for that bank full of dough. You're a total weirdo, and this cash that you bore could we hope for much more. We simply doubt it.
You may be right there.
Mr. Gladwell, you got riches, which is just what we need. We say hail to you, the Duke of the Ducats.
I've been bringing bucks by buckets.
You're the master, you're making money.
Faster still than bees making honey.
You're Mr. Gladwell.
Gosh, I never realized large, monopolizing corporations could be such a force for good in the world.
Well, hope few do.
All those coins that we take from the strong end up here where those criminals belong. Lots of coins make our company strong.
Charging fees as we please is alright, it's not wrong.
We're not greedy, like some make it seem. We need funds for our big research team. Men in lab coats and test tubes with steam.
What it shows no one knows, but hey, still we can dream.
Oh,
Dad!
Mr. Gladwell.
Hey, Daddy! Daddy!
Answers of doubt.
My dad!
Daddy,
Daddy, that's my daddy. Simply love
Oh, you're making me blush now.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Gladwell, you're so godly, oddly perfect and right.
Fancy, free, and so conscientious. Goodness flows from you like a fountain.
You're Mr.
Gladwell.
Thank you so much. That's our sneak peek of Urinetown the Musical. Tickets will go on sale soon. Be sure to check out at Seawolves on Stage for all of our Scholars Academy High School drama updates.
You'll have 4 chances to see the show. Thursday, March 5th, 2 chances on Sunday, March 8th, and again Thursday, March 12th.
We hope to see you at Urinetown the Musical, not the place.